lads, welcome back to another episode of the Pars Roundup. Of course, as you can see to the left of me, this episode's looking forward to the Irn Bru Cup game against Alloa. My favourite competition, of course. Before I speak about the game this week, I'm going to cover kind of the general Pars news that's kind of came around this week. Alan Johnson confirmed yesterday that Aidan Keena's now back fully in training. Obviously he was injured for when he signed, so we've got another option, the striking options. I kind of always felt it's a bit of a weird sign-in just because we do have quite a lot of striking options. Got Miles Hippolyte, Muirhead, who signed at a relatively same time, Andy Ryan, Faisal, and you could even push someone like Louis Longridge up top as well. And you've also got Callum Smith out on loan, who we've got the option to bring back in January, and he doesn't seem to be getting many minutes at Arbroath, so we've got a lot of striking options now. But Aidan Keena's back. Apparently he's been a good player over the course of a few seasons for teams like Queen's Park, and he's always impressed at the kind of development stages for Hearts as well, and Hearts fans seem to be really kind of raving about him eventually making it into their first team. So a player with that kind of reputation can't really be turned down by us, but I just find it a bit weird considering the amount of numbers we've got in that area. We'll see how it goes. I'm not sure if he'll get a start this weekend. I wouldn't start him. He might get minutes here and there. I don't know if he's actually fully fit quite yet, but that's another bit of news for Dunfermline this week. And as I covered in Punt It Long, Stevie Crawford was kind of linked a bit with the new Dundee United job as Robbie Neilson became their manager. But Alan Johnson came out in his interview yesterday and basically said that Stevie Crawford has indicated that he's going to stay at Dunfermline, which is fantastic news for us. I really didn't want Stevie Crawford to leave. He pretty much is a club legend. I don't know what his kind of thoughts are about next season and whatever, because he's only contracted to us up until next summer, which will make him free to leave next season if Robbie Neilson wants him at that point. So it's a bit of an iffy one. I'm glad he's staying for now. He might leave in the future, but for now he's still a par, and I'm glad. As we all know, the Irn Bru Cup's been a kind of maligned tournament in the full of Scotland, really, just because of the format and stuff. It was warmly welcomed by Dunfermline fans, especially me, last time by going to Boreham Wood. It was definitely a very different experience, and it's one that only this competition will give you. Obviously, if you're getting them at home, it's not as much of a spectacle for us fans. Of course, it might be for Boreham Wood fans and stuff like that, but the competition is only really good for those type of ties. It allows fans to be able to get a totally new experience. But it's maybe not the best for the clubs involved because of the amount of money that it's probably going to cost them to be able to afford travel and accommodation and stuff like that. But that's all kind of in the water just now. At the moment, we've got Alloa at home in the Irn Bru Cup. Of course, we played them a few weeks ago. It was a drab 0-0 draw. Very dull, kind of. It was in the time where we were really kind of just trying to find a way of playing again, because we got a clean sheet obviously against Boreham Wood and then won on penalties, and then we played Alloa at home, and it was quite a poor day. I had a banging sore head that day, I remember that. That's what I remember that game for. Nothing on the pitch really, apart from that we were just really poor. And it just wasn't a great spectacle that day. We really need to learn for that game and really take on that. Obviously Alloa are a tough team to get by. They proved that last week even by going 3-0 up at Queen of the South and then still managing to get a point despite Stephen Dobie showing off his absolute masterclass in the second half by getting another hat-trick. But Alloa are obviously a good team with good attacking players. We just need to make sure that our players can make them devoid of any attacking quality and that we're on the front foot for the start, because it's been noted down in recent weeks that we really need to start making East End Park, our home ground, a place that folk are feared to come to. And in recent times it's not really been that. Of course we got the win against Partick Thistle and a draw against Alloa, but in terms of so far this season, apart from part-time sides and stuff like that, we've not had a really good record at home. So we need to start doing that, and this is the perfect time to do that, especially since it's a cup competition. There's an incentive to go to the next round and get into one of the latter rounds of this competition. And for all that I've had my bit to say on the competition as a kind of whole, I would quite warmly welcome going to a final, despite the fact that it is a Diddy Cup. You would still win a cup, and that's a bit of success in a season if you don't actually get your main objective. Of course, the main objective for us is league this season, and ultimately if we don't go up, then questions will be asked. But I do think that getting into a cup final and then going on to win it would be a good kind of side bit for Dunfermline this season. It might be a bit of clutching at straws with the fact that it is just the Irn Bru Cup, and a lot of folk don't really like the competition just because it's like the least cared about competition in Scotland. It's a bit like the EFL Trophy and stuff like that in England. But I think that if we get to a final, it'll be a good wee occasion. We'll probably get a decent amount of fans wherever it is. Of course, there's a long way to go until the final yet. We've got Alloa at home to look forward to first. As I said, it's got to be a win. We've got to start getting wins at East End Park, and I wouldn't really change the team that much. So, on that note, here's what I'd pick for my team. So I've changed up how this is going to look on screen for you right now, just because I've got the green screen in now, and I feel like I want to just try something a bit different. So hopefully you enjoy it, and here goes. Here's my team. It's a difficult one for me because I find it quite harsh to drop anyone after last week. There was no real poor performers. There was no real reason to think like, oh well, he might need a wee kind of rest on the bench just because of how his form's been and stuff like that. So I find it quite hard to actually drop anyone for this game. But Alan Johnson said himself that there won't be too many changes in the team and it will be an experienced lineup, but there might be one or two. So I'm going to go off that sort of mantra and pick my team based on that. You'll have seen it already on the screen. My changes would be Tom Beadland into the midfield and Miles Hippolyte on the wing. Of course, I might have included Ryan Williamson in this, but he's away with Scotland under 21s, so that option isn't available for me to do. He might have benefited from a bit of game time in first team games at this point, but he's away with Scotland under 21s, and that's a great achievement for him. So that's not available to us at this moment, but as I said, the changes I'd make would be bringing Miles Hippolyte in because he seemed really keen to be starting, and if he's got a point to prove, then this is the exact game to prove it in and prove himself for a proper first team start in later weeks. Tom Beadland, I really want him to start getting into the first team now. He's been injured for so many months and we've not seen him play in a first team game properly, apart from the Irn Bru Cup earlier this season against Inverness where he played in centre back. We've not actually seen him really play first team minutes at any point so far this season, so I would be delighted if he could get some game time here. If he got a start in the central of the park in place of someone like James Vincent, who ran himself into the ground last week but maybe just needs a wee bit of rest, and it's the ideal game to do that just because it's a break for the league and stuff like that. It's not our number one priority, so playing a player like Tom Beadland is definitely not a downgrade, and it's definitely a good chance to get him back playing first team minutes since he's been lacking so much of that so far this season. But as far as the rest of the team goes, I think I'll just keep it exactly the same as it was. It's been tried and tested over recent weeks and we've been keeping clean sheets and getting wins, so there's no real reason to change it dramatically, and that's the kind of route Alan Johnson's going down as well, so I'm going to stick with that and hopefully it gets us the win and puts us through to the next round. So for this one, it's just important to get through to the next round. It just needs to be as simple as that. Just get the win and get through to the next round, and maybe even draw another team away from home, because there's still an English side and I think a Welsh and Irish side left in the competition, unless they've been knocked out after this game of course. But it'll be interesting because we are, I suppose, the biggest team left in the competition, so we are sort of favourites in a way. Ross County are still left, but they're probably our biggest competition left. We'll see how it goes. I'm quite positive for our chances left in this competition, and if we go and win it, it'll be quite ironic because I said at the start of the season that I was going to kind of not be too arsed about the Irn Bru Cup. I really do think our chances in this competition have went really up just because of the teams that are left. It's a lot of lower league sides, and really when you look at it on paper, we should be beating these sides, and obviously there's still a job to do, especially on Saturday against Alloa, because we didn't beat them last time and this very fixture a few weeks ago, but we need to do it this time. And if we get through to the next round, it'll give us a good incentive to go on and eventually win the competition. But that's it for this video guys. Cheers for watching. If you did enjoy, please give it a like. Comment down below anything you think about the game. Do you think the Irn Bru Cup's worth it? And what starting 11 would you pick? Would you make any changes? Would you make as many as I did? Or would you make none at all? And subscribe for more of this type of content. The next video will be the vlog obviously for the game tomorrow, and that will probably be up on Saturday night, if not then Sunday morning early, but I'll try and get it up for Saturday night the best I can. But until the next video, which will be that, I'll see you then. Cheers guys.